the last 2 seasons, but it feels like there is a different story emerging this time round as Arsenal reclaim their place at the top of the table with 16 shots to 9. One shot in the first 34 minutes for the Gunners today. No shots on target from Fulham. West Ham didn't have a shot on target against Arsenal either, so that is the first time since they last won the title in 2003-04 that they've gone back-to-back games without conceding, without facing a shot on target. Impressive stuff. You can see they dominated on the expected goals, but that set piece, crucial again, scoring from one of those 10 corners. The delivery came from the left boot of Bukayo Saka. I'm delighted to say that he is waiting to talk to us now. Congratulations, Bukayo. I hope you can hear us all right on that. The delivery again and another important 3 points. But it took your team a while to get going tonight. Tell us what that's like when you come back from international duty, presumably not too many training sessions, but yet everybody's expecting you to hit the heights straight away.
Yeah, obviously it's a lot of expectation on us. We know that, and we didn't start the game how we expected and how we wanted to. But we have the experience now to understand. We've come here a few years and not got the results that we wanted. But today we were able to turn that around and show that we can win in the end. So everyone in change, I'm so happy with that.
Does it feel like a significant victory to you, Bukayo?
Yeah, for sure. Even if it doesn't to others, it does to us. The season. We beat Newcastle, who we struggled against in the past away. West Ham as well, who we had problems with at home. And now Fulham away, we struggled with. So it's points that we've been picking up that in recent seasons we haven't been picking up. So we're happy with this result.
Bukayo, Jamie Redknapp, congratulations. I thought from your point of view, it was a real captain's performance today because it wasn't easy. First 20 minutes, you had a bit of battle with Sessegnon, and you really started to come into your own, started to run the game, started to deliver great crosses and little bits of individual play. Did you get that feeling as well?
Yeah, I got the feeling. It was a tough start to the game, but in my mind, it's like I just want to get the ball and make things happen. And if I miss one, I miss two. I'm going to keep going. And I grew into the game, and I thought I had a good performance in the end, which I'm happy with.
Talk us about that set piece. Obviously, corners are a huge part for you. After 8 games last season, you had 3 goals from corners. This year, you've already got 7. Great delivery from you. And you've obviously helped when you've got Gabriel attacking it.
Yeah, it helps. We've got some big guys in the box, and at the start of the game, I took some rubbish corners. I was quite disappointed, but I kept going, and I think this is the 4th one, and I put it in, and it was a nice delivery. Gabriel got the touch, and obviously Leo got the goal. So I'm very happy with that. Sorry?
Why do you think you were taking rubbish corners, in your words?
Did you not see them?
but I'm guessing you practice this skill over and over to land it in that right spot.
Yeah, it's something we work on a lot. It's quite clear, we're quite good at it. So we have high standards for ourselves, and like I said, I was happy with the ones in the end, which helped us get the goal.
Bukayo, I want to talk about the penalty incident. You looked a bit perplexed, obviously, when it was given and then not given. Your face is telling me everything there. What's your feeling? Because Kevin obviously has a little nibble at you, and then you get a touch. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, for me, it's a penalty. Of course, I understand he touched the ball, but I felt a big contact on my right knee. Before he touched the ball, and for me, any contact in the box like that is a penalty. But the decision's been made. I don't want to dwell on it. It's happened in the past. I don't want to dwell on it. Let's just move forward. We got the 3 points, and that's my opinion.
Bukayo, I'd love to get an insight in the training ground, in team meetings with the manager, or just even around the training ground with the players themselves. For me, I really see a different mentality to Arsenal so far this season. I see a real belief within the players that you can go and win the Premier League, especially with the quality that you've added in the summer as well. Do you see that shift, or is there a mentality shift that you can really go that one step further this season and do it?
Yeah, we believe, and the mentality is simple. It's winning in any context. There'll be games where we're dominating possession. There'll be games where we're struggling. The game's on top of us. Sometimes we might have to defend. Any context we win. That's the mentality for us, and we showed that today. We started poor, and in the end we won. So that's what we're trying to do this season, and that will help us get over the line, I think.
But I wanted to ask you, Bukayo, as well, as one of the best attacking players in the Premier League, what do you think when people say, that Arsenal are where they are because they're strong defensively, or they are a defensive team? What's your take on that?
To be fair, it's fine. People are always going to have their opinions. People are always going to talk. In the end, it's up to us to show it. So I don't mind. I feel like the numbers, myself, the rest of the attackers that we've got in the past recent seasons, some of the best in the Premier League. So, like I said, people can say what they want, but in the end, we just want to win. Yeah.
You've done that job. Well done tonight. Thanks so much for talking to us, Bukayo.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well done.
And the Arsenal machine keeps rolling on, doesn't it?
That's what it needs to do. It's just about getting points, and when you're just off the mark, then you rely on set pieces, which they heavily do, and they do it so well. And
you think it's a positive that he's sort of, self-critiquing his own set-piece delivery?
Oh, listen, I'm sure Jamie might be the same. I'd be the same. You could have the best game in the world. If I'd done 2 sloppy passes or 1 loose pass, that would be the one that I'd be like... But people would go, "You've had a great game," but no, that one just got away, and that's the details, that's the levels, that's the difference of winning the Premier League and not competing and not getting there.
I know they have a deep squad now, Jamie. They have options, but do you feel he is...
Leandro, well done. Fulham was defending very compact up until you guys scored the goal. So how proud are you of getting this one done?
Very proud. I think it was a really tough game for us. I think especially first half, maybe the quality on our side wasn't there, but we kept fighting, we kept believing, and that's what we said in the dressing room at halftime as well. We only needed one chance, and luckily that went in, and after that I think we controlled the game.
Yeah, and even the corners, they weren't happening with the quality that usually does it up until your goal. So could you talk us through the goal?
Yeah, we just kept trying because we know the opponents. They try to change their shapes for us. I don't know why. But yeah, at the moment the corner is given, I see Gabi going in a duel. He heads it to the back post and I get the tab in. So I'm really pleased with that goal. And yeah, it's another one for us.
But do you feel it's been more challenging for you guys as a team to score as much from corners? Has it been more challenging?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the opponents, they try to adapt to us, and on the other hand we try to work hard on that as well to find those solutions, and we found it again today, so we're really pleased with that. Another clean sheet as well, so that's really important, and we need to keep going like this.
And you've been having a really good season, Leandro. What do you feel has been more different? Where did you feel you progressed? Because there's a lot of attention on the right-hand side with Saka and Timber. Do you feel like you can benefit from that as well?
Yeah, obviously. I think we have so much quality in the team. If they try to double up other players, I need to try and take advantage of that. And I try to do that every single game, and to be important for the team. And I'm really happy and pleased that I could be there today as well.
Well, Leandro Trossard did score the decisive goal in the end, and righty, he could have left the club in the summer, signed a new contract. He's proven to be an important player at times. Yeah, he is. He's somebody that Mikel's got a lot of faith in. You can see where there's sometimes where you're thinking that he's not going to start him, but he'll start him in certain games. And again, like today, he come up with the goods. He does give Arsenal something else on that left side in respects of retaining the ball and keeping it moving. Whereas, you've got someone like Martinelli who will want to go forward. He wants to use his pace. And he does come up with the odd goal every now and then. Yeah, he said then only needed one chance. They were his words. That's what Mikel Arteta said to them at half-time. It probably tells us quite a lot about what Brighty was saying before. This is the way Arsenal play now, isn't it? They keep things tight defensively, and then they just have to take the chances when they come. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're an attacking player in this team, it must be nice knowing that you don't have to take every chance that you get, because at the back they're leaving gaps left, right and centre, but they don't, because they're so rock solid. As Leandro Trossard said there, all it takes is one chance. And even the chance that they created, it wasn't even a proper chance. It was a set play, and it comes off his knee, I think, and he knees it into the net. But again, Arsenal, I expect them in the upcoming weeks to get better, because international break, it's hard coming back and playing a tough fixture as well. 5:30 kickoff against a Fulham side who have obviously lost their last 2, but at home have been good, and they managed to do what they needed to do and get the 3 points. Yeah, he's the 10th different goal scorer for Arsenal this season. Let's take a look at the goal that he did score. Righty, what did you like about this? Well, it's all about the delivery, Kelly, and where they want to put the ball. The ball is right on the postage stamp.
in the middle of that box. When you look at where the goalkeeper, you see that little space right there. That's where they're going to all end up. So the ball has to be perfect. It has to come in on that line. It has to come in a kind of a lower trajectory so you can get that little flick that Gabriel got, and then you want people on the back post.
Yeah, but when you talk about this one, Jimenez and Kearney, two forward-thinking players, they leave Trossard. I think just because I've been there as an attacking player, when it's forward-thinking, you forget about your defensive responsibilities, and they both do, and they both get caught in between. Raul Jimenez, a striker, Tom Kearney, more of an advanced midfield player, and Trossard just sneaks in between them, and as a tapping, it's a really clever finish.
7 of 15 goals this season have been scored by corners from Arsenal. We know what they're good at.
Well, yeah, but Kelly, I feel that when you're going to get games like that with Fulham, always cause problems for teams with that mid-block, especially at home. You have to find a way. You have to find a way to win, and I think that's what Arsenal are going to have to do until they can get into their stride and beat teams more, maybe entertainingly. But like for now, the main thing is to get the points on the board, so as then you could keep the pressure on. Like Liverpool got to play tomorrow. It
is a skill, though, isn't it? We can kind of scoff at it, but they've become very good at it.
But that's the thing, and I don't understand why other teams don't pay it the respect it deserves, because it can get you out of jail, ultimately, because Arsenal can have games like this and where they're not really creating too many opportunities, and you're thinking, where's the goal going to come from? But because they're so strong at it and they work here, even the opposition now are thinking to themselves, every time they get a corner, oh no, here we go again.
There's a lot of skill involved, you know, like we just saw it there with Saka's ball has to be perfect. Just like when Declan Rice is taking, the ball has to be perfect because people have got certain places where they've got to get there at the right time, so as then you can get the flick, and it's not easy. No. It's not easy. People can scoff at it and that, but it's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of skill involved.
Yeah, nearly 50.
Arsenal grind out a crucial 1-0 victory over Fulham at Craven Cottage. Arsenal secured a vital 1-0 win over Fulham at Craven Cottage today, a result that keeps them at the top of the Premier League table. It was a tough, hard-fought match, but the Gunners showed the resilience and determination of true title contenders. The only goal of the game came in the 58th minute when Leandro Trossard turned home from close range after a clever corner routine. Bukayo Saka delivered a teasing ball, Gabriel Magalhaes flicked it on, and Trossard reacted quickest to give Arsenal the breakthrough. Fulham, who started brightly, were left frustrated after an early goal was ruled out for offside. They fought hard to find an equalizer, but Arsenal's defense, led by William Saliba and Gabriel, held firm. Goalkeeper David Raya made key saves to preserve the clean sheet. Arsenal's win wasn't pretty, but it was professional. Set-piece precision, solid defending, and mental toughness made the difference on a day when creativity was scarce. With this victory, Mikel Arteta's side moves 3 points clear of Manchester City, maintaining their momentum in the title race. Sometimes champions are defined not by how beautifully they win, but by how well they grind out results.